Hey there, how there, ho there, Chef Cutter Diamond, welcoming you to another ASG Golf video to do with the 4060s tour. 12 American golfers, 12 world golfers going toe to toe in a new match play type of situation in which it is kind of a Ryder Cup / President's Cup format. 12 American golfers: Palmer, Hogan, Demerit, Middlecoff, Boral, Schneed, Casper, Moore, Virgo, January, Hamilton, and Harbert. The world golfers with Nagel, Devlin, Knudsen, Alice, Balding, Henning, Locke, Hunt, Thompson, Charles DiVincenzo, and Ferrier. Whoever wins, US or world, their best golfer for the week gets a trip to Augusta for the year-end tournament starting on New Year's Day 2026. Whoever is on the opposite side and they lose, well, the runner-up team, their top guy, will not get into Augusta, but they will get a runner-up finish and a trip to the backdoor tournament, like the wildcard tournament. However, that person, just like every other second placer, can still win a tournament later in the year and take that second place and turn it into a first and then make it that null and void. So as of right now, it's 12 to 12. Stats wise, only Sam Snead, Bobby Locke, and Roberto Di Vincenzo are perfectly 2-0. So if the US wins by proxy, Sam Snead could get to Augusta. If the world wins, I'm going to probably make DiVincenzo the trip to Augusta. So you know he's an icon. Anyway, it's 12-12. We will have a TV match for you soon. We have Billy Casper and Bobby Locke. Speaking of the 2-0, Bobby Locke, he will face Casper, the friendly ghost, who's a pretty good golfer in the 60s himself. Locke, look out. Now it's in the first cut. It could be worse. Pitch shot on this hole. He'll be a little bit away. 24 feet-ish. Casper just needs to nuzzle, and he'll nuzzle within 2 yards, about 6 feet for bird. Oh, coming on. The triple short. Casper doesn't switch. He will have the hole. On the tee. Casper turns his face into the right center for 271. Bobby Locke into the left center, so one left center and one right center. Casper, second shot up and over. Look out. 24 yards away, not bad. Bobby Locke up and through. We will help him for birdie. Oh, he almost did it again. Casper for the hole. And he flipped it, so we are tied again. On to 3. Casper. Again, saving further, although he's right close to the dividing line. Bobby Locke up and over to the right center. Nice job. Billy Casper. Up and over. Well, brutal mistake. Locke, can he take advantage? The pin's very close to the center, but he's 8 yards away, about 24 feet. And I know you'll be asking yourself, how did you get 24 feet if it's in yards? Well, I'm Canadian, so I have imperial measurements in my mind, and I know 3.3 feet is for every yard. For the hole. Oh, it's up by 2. Casper needs his par putt. He makes it. Locke on the par. So Casper does what Locke did on the first hole, a long putt that seemed to be impossible. Third. Par 3, nice job by Casper, about 15 feet. Locke. He's going to have a long ways away. 14 yards. He's going to putt. Locke says he'll putt because he kind of has a feeling Casper might make the shot. But he doesn't. Casper for par. Oh, Locke misses. Billy Casper first. Casper to the left center. 276. I've just been handed a note. And the note says, well, one of our fans says, what if Casper and Locke or any match is a tie after 18 holes? Well, in a normal match play tournament with 124 golfers, 128, excuse me, down to 1, matches through the rounds, you go through 18 holes, you go to playoff holes. Unfortunately, the Ryder Cup and President's Cup doesn't do that. And so the match will end up being tied and each player will get half a point. Casper, up and over the bunkers. Lock over everything. Wow. How did he not hit any of the bunkers? Casper for the hole. 17. Billy Casper is an icon, ladies and gentlemen. He is an icon for a reason. Casper up and over. Whoa. The wind's pushed right. Well, it actually pushed it back on the fairway. Too bad we don't have instant replay. I wish we did. I think Action PC Replay has like instant replays, but ASG doesn't. That's one thing we're pissed off about, is no instant replays. Because we've seen some cold ones, we've seen some great shots for par. Ah, he missed. For the hole. Lock, stock, and barrel. Lock, cut it down to 1. On to 7. The only par 5 on the front 9. Ooh, okay. Casper, wide right. Casper up and over everything. Oh, well. He misses. Lock. He's going to have to let up. But he'll set up her third shot for 30. Casper up and out there for bird. Yes, sir. Lock should be able to get his shot, but he doesn't. So Casper goes back up by 2. On to 8. Casper left. Oh, well, they were clapping. It's like the shots were left. Well, they're clapping. Why were they clapping? The shot misses the fairway. Up and over on 8, and gonna get the bounce. Lock. Lock 40 feet. He is allowed to putt. He'll lag it. He doesn't believe that Casper's going to make a 23-footer. Yeah, it's a smart move. Take the half. On to 9. Bruce's Castle. Wide left and no clapping because that didn't bounce back on the fairway. Lock. That did. I know. Lock up and over everything. Whoops, not too much. Casper. Never the best shot in the world. He's going to putt. And will lag, knowing that Lock will have to shoot from off the green and land within 6 feet. When she misses, Casper should be able to roll his upper third. On to 10. Guys, no matches have ended yet. Casper to the left side of the polling bunkers, if you will, because they look like they're polling. 2 pot bunkers, they call it. Bunkers, I should say. Up and over. Whoa, the wind pushed it to the left. Casper. He's on the green. Pushed it a little left. At least he's on the green. Lock. No. For the hole. Casper off by 4. Lock needs this par putt, but he can't put it in. If he does, he's up by 4. And we go to 11. Up and back. That's going to be a wide one. Casper up by 4 with 8 to go. Lock. And that one to the back. Side of the hole. For bird. Too much. Lock for the hole. Nope, he's off by a pair. No tie. Arnold Palmer gets the first points of the day with a win over Nagel. Bruce Devlin beats Ben Hogan, so Devlin gets one back for the internationals. Nice shot by Casper. Lock. Will do better than our driver and take in the fairway. Casper up and over. Well, that didn't help. The wind was pushing up towards the hole, so there was almost no excuse. Casper's going to lag. Smart move. Because he knows that Lock will have to shoot. Oh, it didn't pay off this time. What a roll. Casper thinking that Lock is definitely not going to get inside the hole. Well, it didn't work this time. Lock drops it to 3 with 6 to play. And now on to 13. Nice shot. Left center. Finally, Casper. And we go to the center. Second shot. And that's a little too much. Almost into the fescue. I think that would have been out of bounds. Lock. That's it. They're 24 away. Casper. Now the greens are fast on this hole instead of the other holes. Yeek. Block. Trying to do the same thing as but lesser. 6 yards for par. Damn it. Block for the hole. Letter. That's 72. And Knudsen tries to merit, so but Balding loses to Boros. So the U.S. wins a match and ties a match. Yeah, Knudsen gets half a point. And that would be my first cut because we didn't hear clapping. Casper? Casper's only up by 2 with 5 to play, so his lead's been cut in half. Lock. Up and over. Well, he's got a terrible angle. Casper, can he get good? Yeah. He's got a line to the green, but not. Oh! I thought he had it. Not bad by Lock. It bounced a little bit over. For the hole. Nope, Casper botched. Lock. Par. He wins. Middlecoff beats Alice by 1. The Dr. Kerry Middlecoff with the win. On to 15. Block and not bad. That's not bad. About 10 feet. Casper. Oh, man. Little shot. He's going to have to get a decent chance to par. And maybe for par. Casper misses. So Lock can 2-putt, actually. Well, why did they 2? So Lock is now down to 1. Wow, Bobby Lock with a comeback. On to 16. On the right side. I was like, oh no, did I jinx him? I don't like to jinx golfers. And Casper goes center. Shot. Gotta go over the water. And he does. And a little bit over. Lock. Yes. Oh boy, beautiful shot. Casper really needs his birdie putt. And he's up by 5. Lock should be able to get this. He does. We're tied. Henning beats Sneed. Wow. Alan Henning beats Sam Sneed. Now we're down to 17. Tied at. We will see the 18th hole no matter what. Even if one of these guys wins the hole. And it looks like Casper probably. Casper's like, I had a 4-up lead on this guy. What am I doing wrong? Lock. Second shot. Well, you had an angle. You had to go from the rough. Casper, can he get on in 2? Yes. No. No, he's close. Lock needs a good roll. Casper's going to do the right thing and putt. But you cannot lag. The rule is if it's more than 40 feet, you're allowed to lag. If it's less than 40, you must putt. Casper's within 3 feet. He's hoping Lock botches it. And I think he does. Casper wins the hole. Well, Casper just needs to win or tie the hole. And he's won. Otherwise, well, Lock can't win, but he can tie. If he wins, he can put half a point on the Americans and he can cut things to Casper. Casper to the right-hand side, up, and he'll be perpendicular 5 yards away. Lock needs a good shot. I don't think that's a good shot. Birdie. Oh, he missed my foot. That could have iced it. Casper will just tap close. Casper beats Lock by 1. Actually, that isn't that bad of a match. Looking at it this way, is he was up by 4 with 7 to play, and Lock had a great 5-hole stretch to tie it, and just ran out of steam. But I mean, Billy Casper kind of has to give Bobby Lock his flowers. I mean, the dude could have coasted, and that would have been a choke job. 14 minutes. There's only 5 more matches left. We will go to Roberto Di Vincenzo, who's 2 for 2. Dave Marr beats Bernard Hunt, the battle of the unknowns. And Marr wins. Bob Charles beats Don January. The first left-hander to win a major was Bob Charles. The second one was Mike Weir. And Roberto is 4 up with 5 to play. He has a chance to go 3 for 3 and be the world's best player. Seeing Lock lose. So Roberto would love to win. Or if the Americans do win this thing, the best thing for Di Vincenzo is that he would get a second chance tournament. Hamilton up and over. I think Vincenzo's second. Has he had a second place finish? The notes say no. Second place guys have been Gessie, Kroll, Hawkins, Kaiser, Toski, and Clark. Well, every player did have a second place, but he won the next tournament, so that means his second place is no longer right because that's what making first. That schnoz for par. He botches it for the match. Better! And Roberto beats Bob Hamilton by 5. Bob Hamilton, remembered as the first ASG champion. Clock says 15 minutes, so we got to give you another match. Do we start from the 13th? Yeah. So Harbert Ferrier. Yep, we will look for Harbert and Ferrier on the 13th. Ferrier, whoa. Oh, that's a bad angle. Harbert. Can he stay clean? Well, he's in a better position. Ferrier will have to Ferrier will try that position. Well, he's on the green. That's good news. Harbert. And he's on the green too. Both will have long shots from 36 feet. Ferrier off by 2. Harbert for the hole. No. Hard. That's high. Ferrier 2 down. Back to back. Ferrier up on the right hand side. Just sneaks in the fairway. Just. Harbert. Sorry about that. Well, you never know. Harbert. Ferrier. Harbert. Ferrier. Harbert. Bogey. Missed. Ferrier for the hole. I think he just made sure that he hit it. Ferrier will cut down the run. And Peter Thompson ties the match with Fergal, so that's half a point to each side. Ferrier trying to go through I think the Americans will have the lead after 3 days, I think. Herbert, a little too much there. He's going to have to get a pitch shot. That's good. For the hole. Aww. And no tie. This is the closing final match. Everyone's done. Ferrier down by 1 with 3 to go. Herbert. Herbert hit the fairway. Up and over everything. Nicely done by Ferrier. Nicely done by the Aussie. Herbert, can he do just as good? Oh my gosh. He almost did. Ferrier needs a good shot. Thankfully he does. And Ferrier is not in trouble. Yet.
Right.
Herbert to the right. Second shot. Up it. Well, go from there. Ferrier. Oh, wow. That was on the green. So Herbert needs a good approach shot. And, well, I don't think so. For birdie, though. Can he make it? Oh, off by a foot. He was 1 in 9 chance. He can 2-putt. Ferrier. He'll set that up perfectly. Your time. Round 18. Did Herbert choke? Well, Ferrier needs...
Right.
Whoops. Wow. That wind just fucking... Wow. All Herbert's going to do is just play clean. Wow, that's wide left. Ferrier's going to have a very tough second shot. And he can't get on the green. Herbert. Pitch to get on the green. Whoops, he missed. Ferrier needs a good shot here. And you're rolling between the yards. Herbert. Can he get close? I think he's okay. 3 yards. Ferrier needs his 11-footer. Oh, no. He was so close, he almost pulled off the rabbit on his hat. And the U.S. wins 6-4 with 2 matches left. So the Americans win day 3, 6-4-2 with 2 ties. Demerit and Fergal tied for half a point for the Americans. Knudsen and Thompson for the world. American winners: Palmer, Middlecoff, Boros, Casper, Marr, and Harbert. World winners Devlin, Henning, Charles, and DiVincenzo. So the Americans are up by 1917, so that means they'll go through the order and all that stuff. That stuff. What is the... All right, I gotta get the... where's the thing? Oh, it's this one. Okay, hang on here. 110, right? Yeah, 110. 110? Yeah, 110. That's Alice. 110. So, and then down the middle. Okay, so that means we have Palmer versus Alice, Hogan versus Balding, Demerit Henning, Middlecoff Locke, Bortles Hunt, Sneed Thompson, Casper Charles, Marty Vincenzo, Fergal Ferrier, January Nago, Hamilton Devlin, Herbert Knudsen. And we're going to be keeping our eyes on Hogan versus Balding. Yeah, Hogan versus Balding. We're going to get Canada and Al Balding to hit their flowers. Stats wise, we have 7 Americans, with 2 points for singles. Hogan, Fergal, Moore, Hamilton, and January are not there. Down January's donut for 3. So is Bernard Hunt and Jim Ferrier. So they got no points. Roberto is 3 for 3. Locke, Charles, and Devlin are 2 for 3, but Roberto is the only one who's 3 for 3 on either side of the coin. No American can go for 3 straight, but Roberto DiVincenzo is 3-0, and he will face Dave Barr. He has a good chance to go 4 for 4 and either get to the Augusta tournament or get to the backup tournament. So Roberto would love to get to Augusta, but he's got a chance to do something with himself, like Bob Charles. So anyway, Americans are up 1917. So I think it's the closest we've seen a matchup after 3 days. But tomorrow, more time to tell. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.